Diba? Kubang-kubang-kuba ka na. Diba? Kailangan pag natin mo ito, zip up, shakes, diba? Yun yung feeling na masarap. Diba? So yan, so for group swimming, yan, mga etiquette, stay on the right side of the lane. Kung gusto mag-overtake, sa left side. Okay? And then resting, yan, sa mga kanto. Pwede kayo mag-allowed naman mag-rest. Okay? Basta wag lang yung humahawak kayo sa nilorosaryo sa ginagawa ng ibang tao, which is dapat bawal. Okay? Ay, lalo na sa open water kasi nakikita eh. Sa lahat, nagpapanik. So marami nadadaya sa gano'n. But here, kitang-kita kayo sa bleachers.
Semi-allowed.
Semi-allowed ba? Semi-allowed. Pero syempre, end of day, diba, sumali tayo dito to test ourselves, to challenge ourselves. So parang, why do you have to resort to such? Kung, di ba, sayang. Kumbaga, it's a challenge that you have to face. Diba? And then, mas masarap yung feeling pag na-overcome mo. Okay? So yan, enter the lane with caution. If you panic, yan, don't grab other swimmers. Nangyayari din yan. Okay, so nahilahan na ako ng tries sa ganyan. Pero, okay na, minsan gagaling mo lang dyan sa
Alam ko yun.
Yung sipang. Ito kasi sa open water. Hindi mo na alam kasi hindi nakikita na ano mo eh. Pero, meron talagang, siguro mga 20 minutes ang ganun sa pako. Diba? Diba? But then again, yung iba kasi, they use the faster swimmers as their parang rabbit. Para hindi sila naliligaw. Yun nga lang, pag nililigawin na una mo, naligaw ka na din. So, yun yung problema pag open water. So here kasi, madali lang naman, lane lang yan. So, you won't experience that. Ito yan, so sighting. Ayan, so may timing din yan. So usually, pa nagsisimula yan, 1, 2, 1, tingin. Tingin. Ganon. So yun yung timing, ganon. Hindi yung titingin ka sa downstroke. Kaya pagka ganon mo, tingin. Tingin. Pwedeng ganon. Pero usually yung ganyan. Usually you swim 2, 3, 4 strokes and then tingin. Pwede rin. Kasi syempre, once you sight, hindi ka hydrodynamic eh. So, bumabagal ka. The more you sight, the longer you stay in the pool or in the water. So, the less sighting, mas mabilis ka. Okay? Kasi nadi-disrupt yung swim stroke mo. So, kailangan maging efficient din kayo when sighting. Okay, yan. So, wear goggles that allow best visibility. Okay, so ako, ever since, dahil ako malabo yung mata ko, naka-contact lens ako. And nagpapanik ako pag madilim. So, clear lagi yung goggles ko. Yun nga lang, pag maaraw, I just swim. Pero more often than not, hindi ako, mas masaya, mas kampante ako. Imagine mo, pag nasa Subic ka, Subic, malabo yung tubig. Tapos nun, hindi ka pa marunong swimming. So, tapos dark goggles ka pa, di ba? Wala ka na makita. So, it adds up to the stress. Kaya ako, mas gusto ko yung, unless kayo na-afford kayo sa photochromatic, they go for it. Pero usually clear goggles, mas masaya na. Ang style mo lang dyan is, syempre, from, diba, like for open water, ang style is you have to remember yung itsura nung babalikan nyo. Okay? So, for sa mga nagsisimula pa lang sa triathlon, syempre, start kayo again. Gusto nyo na, paparaning kayo kung sa kayo pupunta, di ba? But yung going back yung mas importante. So, before starting, tumingin kayo sa likod, tumingin kayo sa mga nice landmarks. May flagpole pa dyan, may building pa sa kanan. Para pag nag-turn around na kayo pabalik sa finish line, nakikita mo, okay, nandito yung building. So doon ka sa building, doon sa bigger landmarks kayo magta-target, magsa-sighting. Okay? So here, ganun din, more or less. Pati na yan, may lanes naman eh. So, it's not as complicated. So, mas madali. Okay, so again, be confident with your skills and huwag magpanic. Okay, sige, next.
Sa akin naman bro, gusto ko tinted.
Tinted kasi SG. Kanya-kanya.
Hindi halatang laston.
Pwede na yung pag-iiyak.
Hindi kita yung mga mo, kung sa background gano'n, di ba? Ang tapang ka rin, parang sa
Ayan, so yan. Switch to a rest stroke. So yan, so ang kagandahan sa swimming, wala namang hard rule lang ka na, freestyle lang lagi o butterfly, di ba? So pwede kayo mag-breaststroke, pwede kayo mag-backstroke, may gumagawa niyan, totally fine. Okay, so syempre, ingat kayo lang sa yung nagsiswimming kayo, hindi na mag-breaststroke kayo, baka masiba yung mukha sa likod. Nangyayari din yun. So, syempre, pag nangyayari sa akin, hindi ka naman mababadtrip. I mean, intindihin mo na rin ibang tao. Okay? Ang style ko dyan is when you're swimming is kailangan doon lalabas yung high elbow. Kasi pag naka-high elbow kayo, ano mangyayari? You're also blocking your face. So pag nasa-swimming kayo, medyo crowded, so at the way parang mong hinahawi, you're making space for yourself. Para hindi yung, kasi pag nahihiya kayo, talaga masisipa at maaano ka kayo. But if you fight for your position, hindi kayo, chances are, yun nga, mas mako-cover nyo yung sarili nyo. Okay, hindi kayo masisipa sa breaststroke or whatever. Okay, ayan. For hyperventilating, again, yung sinabi ko nga, look at the sky. Always. Okay? Ito ba lumalalim yung gitna? Lumalalim. Flat yan. Ayan. So, kung tangkat kayo, sige. Yun yan. Kung medyo 4'11 tayo, medyo bilis-bilisan nyo. Yes. So yan, so regulate your breathing. Okay, so control deep breaths, di ba? Okay, low yan, slow exhale. Exhale ang pinaka-importante. Actually, ayan, di ba, so, sa stroke. Kailangan blow, wala na blow. Okay yan, kaya siya gano'n. And then, 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe. So yan, gawa kayo ng mga mantra nyo na hindi ako mamamatay. Or mga gano'n, this is good, this is easy. So make your own mantra that will motivate you. Okay? Ayan, 6 support. Ayan, hang on to the lane lines. Again, do not advance. Hawak lang pwede. Okay, hanggang kumalma. Kung talagang di kaya on your own. Okay? But, ayan. Questions? Wala pa naman. Sige, next bro. Ayan. Ayan, so tapos na tayo sa swimming. So sa running na tayo. Okay, so same thing. 3 times a week. Include interval training, pacing, okay, get a coach if you can, or online, marami dyan. Yan, strengthen your legs and quads. Very important. Okay, so usually sa swimming naman, pag swimmer ka, usually, ang nangyayari mo dyan is yung mahina yung ankles. Kasi you're lagi ka naka-kick na ganyan. So, okay yung paa mo sa ganyan. Pero pagdating sa vertical, mahina na may ankles. So, usually sa push-off, lagi natatapilo. Yan yung mga issue naman ng mga swimmers. No? So, kaya ngayon triathletes yung high-peak athletes, di ba? Kasi nga, they can swim and then they can also run. So, sa running naman, yan. So, pag stiff yung angles mo dahil run ka lang run, pagdating mo sa takbo, sa swim, ganyan ka sumipa. So, hindi mo naka-flutter kick masyado. So, kasi nga, intense na yung muscles nyo sa angles. So, pero bata pa tayo lahat, pwede mo yung ma-master pa yan. You can still you can still evolve to a multi-sport athlete. Okay, yan. Strength training is important. And yeah, so yung running, a quick run form, which I will tell you naman later. So, upright position, okay, pointing fingers and thumbs together. Okay, ang visualization is like meron kang snare drum sa harap. You have a drumstick and then you're just trying to hit the drums in front of you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so elbows always at the back pocket para mas open yung lungs mo. Kasi if you're running like this, deep breathing ka, and then like this, deep breathing ka, mas masarap huminga pag elbows at the back. Okay? And then syempre, try to avoid yung ganito, yung swaying. Diba? It's a common mistake among people. Diba? Yung tumatakbo sa hingi. Diba? So ano nangyayari? What's wrong? What is happening when I'm doing this? Natin yung hips ko. Magalaw, diba? Pwerte mo to. Gumagalaw mo ba yung hips ko? Nawala yung movement ng hips ko from this one. Diba? From this one, mas magalaw. Pero pag ginawa mo to, lessen yung movement sa hips. So imagine mo if you're doing a marathon. And then gano'n ka tumakbo, diba? So imagine mo, 4 or 5 hours mong ginagawa. So eventually, but sumasok yung hips ko. It's because of how your arm swing can definitely dictate how you run properly and more efficient. Okay? And then yung slide lean, yung para ka matutumba. Okay, so meron tayong gagawin drill din mamaya para malaman niya, ganun pala dapat yun. Para ma-realize nyo. And then yung run tall, yung importante is yung when you're, napapansin ko sa ibang tao, when they're running, nauuna yung paa. Okay, siguro kasi na you're overstriding or gusto mong makalamang, ang nangyayari is pag tumatakbo ang nauuna yung paa, anong problema? You're using more of your hamstring. Okay, so yun naman yung problema doon. So, pansin mo ba't sumasakit yung mga hamstring nyo? it could probably be your posture and your form. Okay? Pero pag masyado ka naman leaning forward, ano mangyayari? Lower back naman yung sasakit. So, yun yung mga issue. So, you have to run tall. Ang visualization dyan is, you are like a marionette. Hinihila ka pataas. So, when you're running, run tall. Okay. Siyempre, the faster you go, the more forward lean dapat. Pero hindi ka naman mag-100 meter sprints. Diba? So, you're doing 1K, 3K, 5K, 10K, 21K. So, more on efficiency tayo. Okay? And then, of course, yung foot strike, siguro by now, alam na natin, bawal ang, hindi naman bawal, more of like, try to avoid yung heel striking. Kasi heel striking is counterproductive and at the same time, magre-ready yan sa calves, sa glutes, sa lower back. So, hindi siya what we call it, efficient, hindi siya sustainable. Midfoot yung pinaka-important, most efficient is yung midfoot para talampakan, para naglalakad, but it's also important na doon, mas less yung impact. So usually ang pinapagawa ko sa kanila sa mga students ko is, you do yung swinging lang, yung movement. Try to land on your heel, try to land on your midfoot, try to land on your forefoot. Diba? So heel, midfoot, forefoot. And then try to feel ano yung nararamdaman nyo pag nag-heel strike kayo. Midfoot and forefoot. Diba? So when you're doing the heel strike, ano nangyayari? Ito kagad, tinitira. Diba? Obviously, diretso niya sa hamstring, diretso niya sa glutes. Sa midfoot, parang wala. Meron lang sa gitna, but very minimal. Sa forefoot, ano nangyayari? Diba? Ito kagad, shins. So usually, pag nagkakaroon ng shin splints, obviously, may iba nakikita ko yun. Kagad, tiptoe running sila agad. So, yun yung mga easy mga fixes o nakikita ko yung mga students or runners na ganun tumakbo. Okay, and then another thing is yung cadence. Cadence is very important. Yan, lumalabas din sa mga run data nyo. So, ang magic number supposedly is 180. Okay, or 90 per side. Okay, bakit? Ba't hindi pwedeng 130? Ba't hindi pwedeng 140? Imagine mo yan, 200 pounds ka, tapos kanya ka tumakbo, di ba? So, 200 pounds, 200 pounds, 200 pounds. Ang bigat. Pero kung, di ba, mabilis lang, hindi niya nararamdaman yung bigat ng katawan mo. Yun nga lang, mas nakapagod siya. But that's why you're training. Kasi it's more cardiovascularly tiring. Pero if you're doing this, yung longer strides, ang problema naman sa longer strides, it's more muscular. Ano yung mas sustainable? Muscular or cardiovascular? Diba? Cardio, kasi kaya mo i-train yun eh. Ang muscles naman, kahit i-train, kaya mo siya i-train, pero hindi pa rin siya tatagal ng 3 hours, 5 hours na kaya mo ng ganun kalaking hakbang. Iiksi at iiksi yung hakbang. Unlike sa breathing, breathing is breathing. Diba? Ipasundan mo na yung breathing pattern mo, tuloy-tuloy na yun forever. Diba? So yun yung kagandahan ng high cadence. So mas nakapagod siya, pero it's more efficient. Okay?
Wala pa tayong yellow bed.
Yeah, so running technique. So sa mga hindi tumatakbo, sino dito ang takot naman sa takbo? Wow, lahat confident. So lahat kayo takot sa swimming. Yeah, so sa running, so sa mga hindi tumatakbo or mga kulang sa endurance, yan, run walk is the best. Okay, so I have students who are newbies or wala talagang ano sa running, run walk. Okay, so usually mga 1:1, 1 minute run, 1 minute walk. Gusto mo, 30 seconds run, 1 minute walk. Habaan mo muna yung walking until kaya mong mga 1:1 yung ratio or ma-lessen yung walks. Okay, syempre, the longer the walk, mas tatagal ka sa course. So, the less walk, mas mabilis, di ba? So, kung mahirap ka, mas masakit, pero tapos ka na agad. So, yun yung pag-race pace, ba? When you're doing race pace, masakit, pero tapos ka na agad. Pero kung gusto mo yung pabanding-banding lang, steady lang, pero mas matagal ka sa course. Mas mainit, mas etc. etc. So yun, again, start slow. What I always promote is the negative split. Alam niyo naman yung negative split? Okay, very good. So, mas mabilis yung second half kaysa sa first half. Iba rin siya sa progressive. Progressive naman kasi si pabilis na pabilis. Negative split din siya, pero not necessarily. All progressives are negative splits, but not all negative splits are progressive. Kasi yung iba like for example, tatakbo ng 10K. Yung first 5K mo is 30 minutes. And then yung second is 29-30 seconds. So, kahit mas mabilis lang siya ng 30 seconds, negative split pa rin. Okay, so okay lang yun. However, based on studies, yung mga PRs, mga personal records, world records, most of them have been done using a positive split. Kasi pinupush mo yung sarili mo, you're pushing your boundaries. Pero, syempre, eventually you'll falter on later on. Pero overall, suma total, nag-PR ka pa rin. So, there are still many ways. Ito, this is kumbaga for conservative purposes. Okay, kung gusto mo lang, gusto mo mas-sub 4 yung marathon, or gusto mo mas-sub 5 hours yung triathlon mo, pwede mo diskartehan yan through a negative split approach. But some athletes who are very competitive, they really want to banat and then burn, bahala na, survival, di ba? Pero they win, they break records. So it depends on you guys on how you want to approach it. So yun yung kagandahan din naman ng endurance sports. Ayan, so mental chunking. So ganun din, di ba? So if you're doing this triathlon, you break it down. Don't look at it as one course. Break it down into 100s or 50s, di ba? Or if you're thinking of the Ironman, di ba? 3.8, 180, 42. Laki-laki, di ba? 17-hour cutoff. So, i-break down mo siya para hindi ka ma-overwhelm. Okay, so you break it down into 1 case, and then to every 40 case a bike, and then every 10 case a run. So that's how you break it down. Para hindi kayo ma-overwhelm and steady lang, tuloy-tuloy lang. And then you can strategize into a negative split approach. Diba? Like here, kunyari, yung 300 swim, and then 2.5 k-run mo, 2 k-run.
400 sa kilometers.
Ano yun yung takbo. Ano yung pinamahal?
2.5 sa
2.5, so 4. Ayun, so i-break down nyo yung swim and then yung run ng ganun. Or yun, let's say ito, out and back. So paritin mo sa dulo, doon ka na napabanat. Okay, huwag kayong mabanat papunta. Bumanat kayo siya pabalik. Okay, kasi finish line is papabalik. Okay? So ganun yung diskarte. And then adjust strides per hills. Dito, alam ko medyo hilly yan eh. Hindi na siya mukhang hilly, pero hilly yan. Yung may gradual progression. So, tumakbo na ba kayo dito? Hindi pa. O yan. So, ayan, namamaya, mag-testing natin. So, hindi siya parang running track na flat. Medyo may ganun siya. Medyo, sabihin natin 2%, 3% grade yan. Okay? So, and then syempre, there will be the heat. Okay? Dahil nasa Pilipinas tayo, kasama yan sa ating factor. Hindi mo tayo tayo New Zealand. Sa mga colder areas na it's not an issue. Okay? But to us, it's a factor. And sa ilang taon na nag-triathlon, yun lang, init kasi, init. Masanay na tayo. Okay? Mainit dito talaga sa Pilipinas. So, it's really all about heat training. Okay? So, kung nahihirapan kayo, hydrate more, train more in the heat, wear lighter clothing, more yung mas nakahinga, anything that will cool you. Okay? Kasi talaga mainit sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, yun. Pero, siyempre, nagsa-start tayo mas maaga, so hindi naman kayo maapektuhan na sobrang init. Unless you do the longer races, that's when you have to apply yung heat training. Kasi tayo, di ba, by 10:30 tapos na raw. So, hindi pa yan yung kagulong init. Kagulong init siguro yung mga 11 to 3, 11 to 4. Okay, so, okay pa tayo. We're still safe. Okay, next. Ayan, so swim run training, practice swim run transition. So, importante rin yung transition. Okay, and then, anong pinaka-fastest upgrade? Speed laces. Okay, so hindi pa kayo naka-speed laces, bumili na kayo ng speed laces. Wala akong binibentang inaalok na ano, but it's very effective. Okay, kasi kung magtatay pa kayo, sayang na yung oras. Yung bilis sa swim, mawawala na sa pagtali ng laces. So, speed laces na dun sa baba. Oh yeah, sa baba, marami daw. Okay, very, very efficient. Pero tsaka talagang pag nakabot, triathlete, tsaka naka-speed laces eh. Yan ang mga isa kong flex yan pag naka-speed laces ka. Kasi hindi naman yung sinusunod ng ibang athletes yan eh. Usually triathletes na nagsunod ng ganyan. So, it's, kung nabahala kung, yun nga lang, ang problema, usually pag sobra namang nagsistretch, minsan magalaw yung sapatos nyo. May tendency medyo gumagalaw. But again, yung triathlon naman, hindi masyado iniisip yung gano'n. Yung iba, yung iba ginagawa is yung regular shoelaces, tapos ilalagyan na lang ng mga stopper. para hindi nagsistretch. Kasi ang problema sa mga ganito is medyo stretchy siya. So if you've done, ngayon napasa mo na siya, na yung through wear and tear, medyo na yung elasticity niya medyo loose na. So kung tumatakbo ka, usually kasi gumagana yung paa mo, it can flay. Magkaka-play siya. So baka yung footing nyo, medyo hindi as efficient, so you can play the shoe. Okay, so yun yan. So yun lang yung pros and cons yan. Pero very minimal. Hindi naman siya yung mawawalan ka ng 30 seconds. Very minimal naman siya. It's still training pa rin ang ano dyan, ang importante. So yan, so train with tired legs. Okay, so usually ang style kasi ng mga ibang tao is pag swimming, hindi na sumisipa kasi may takbo pa. So okay din ang strategy yun, but since you guys are starting, training, palakasin nyo na yung kicks nyo. Okay, para pagdating nyo sa run leg, okay pa rin. Okay, so you can still run better. Okay, usually ang ginagawa ng iba is they conserve, but after mo kanyari patapos na ng swim leg, bibilisan nila sumipa para doon naman pumunta yung blood flow. Okay? And then, para pagdating mo sa, kasi ang mahirap kasi dito is yung from horizontal to vertical. Okay, so yun yung challenge sa swim run or sa aquathlon or even in triathlon. Yung from matagal ka sa horizontal, bigla ka mag-vertical. So yung hilo factor. Okay, so nangyayari yun. So you have to be aware of that issue. Okay, yung from horizontal to vertical. And then, kaya kailangan is aralin nyo yung transition. Kasi sa ngayon, konti lang tayo, but by come race day, you guys will be what? 100, 200 participants. So, maraming nasa transition. Okay, hindi mo alam, lahat pala kayo naka-black shoes. So, ano ngayon dyan yung sa'yo? So, kailangan yung i-brief yung sarili nyo, okay, nasa pang anong row ka, anong column ka. Yung iba naglalagay pa ng balloon sa taas, yung para makita nila kung ito yung amin, or meron siyang bright na tuwalya dyan or something. You can be creative as long as it's within your area of responsibility para lang ma-identify nyo kung saan yung area nyo. Kasi nangyayari yun. You can lose 30 seconds or 1 minute just by looking sa kung nasaan ka pa pumwesto. Diba? Minsan nagpapanik na iba. So, kasi nga, di ba? Kasi mataas yung heart ko pag-ahon eh. So, siyempre, kailangan aware kayo sa ganun. Yung hilo, tapos yung awareness kung nasaan ba yung gamit mo. Okay? And then yung fixing your stuff. Like kung ano yung mauuna, since isang transition lang kayo, wala pang bike and walang run agad. So you position your cap, your eyewear, your shoes. Okay, yung iba naglalagay ng petroleum jelly dito para mas mabilis lumusot yung paa nyo. So you can also do that. Okay? Yung iba, gusto mag-socks, yung iba hindi. So depende na sa inyo yan. Siyempre, pag walang socks, mas mataas yung chances magkaroon ng blisters. Pero with the newer shoes nowadays, hindi naman siya issue na. Okay, so pero yung iba na ayaw kumahaw or whatever, feel free to wear socks. Okay, meron naman mga mabibilis din na suotin na socks. Huwag lang yung toe socks kasi medyo mahirap yung toe socks. Upos ka yung karera, sinusunod pa yun. So, but maganda siya for anti-blisters. Okay, ano pa ba dito? Okay, next. Ano ba? Yan, transition tips. So yan, visualize the flow. Sinabi ko kanina. Minimal. Okay. Yan, have a marker. Yan, sinabi ko kanina. Yan, sinabi ko na rin. And yan, slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Okay, question so far. So, transition. Ang dami kayo sumabak sa init. O yan, next. Yan, nutrition pa tayo. O yan, so nutrition usually ito kasi nakakalimutan sa mga ibang camps or clinics. But this is very important kasi ito yung pinapansin ng mga tao. Pero importante rin siya lalo na for endurance athletes. So yan, so usually yan dyan is 2 to 3 hours before the start. Dapat meron kang kinakain na mas solid. Okay? Yung iba sa ginagawa, lumalamon sa gabi, mas bahala na sa umaga. Problema na siyempre, you're also digesting and you're nagugutom ka rin sa sleep. So pag nagising mo, medyo kailangan mo ng top up. Okay? So 2 to 3 hours is best. Huwag kang kakain ng tapsilog 1 hour before. Kasi mabigat yun or anything na heavy in 1 hour. Kailangan talaga 2 hours. Actually 3 hours na dapat. Kung kaya nyo magising na sobrang aga. Pero sa mga hindi naman ayaw magising ng mas maaga, 1 hour is fine as long as you eat anything that is easily digested. Okay, pinakamabibilis yung mga ganyan, or yung boiled eggs, mga saba, mga mabibilis consume, and hindi masyadong mabigat sa tiyan. And of course, you have to train your gut para mabilis kayo mabanyo. Okay, kasi kailangan talaga siya. It's really a part of endurance sports, or mga race, yung waking up, doing races in the morning. Kailangan yung morning ritual yung malakon niya yan. Okay, ako through yung mga nasa-start ako, dami ko ng mga misadventures. Pero, natuto na rin eventually. So, sa inyo, sa journey nyo, enjoy nyo what works. Magkano ba yung maraming gulay sa gabi, or mas gusto mo yung palay protein lang, or gusto mo liquid diet. Again, whatever works, okay? But these are like the good samples that you can follow. Okay? And then, yeah, sinasabi ko when you're, syempre yung, diba yung did, yung 30 minutes before the race, take a gel, okay? Kung gusto yung salt tabs, pwede rin, pero sa isi naman ng race, you won't need salt tabs yet, I hope. Okay? And then, yung sip, don't gulp. So, pag mga, sip-sip lang, hindi pwede masyado marami. Bakit? Kasi makakaramdam kayo ng sloshing. Paano gumagano yung tubig sa tiyan nyo. It's because of too much liquid. Okay? So, huwag kayo masyado mapraning. Shit, 20 minutes na lang. So, huwag kayo kasi baka maihi ka rin, di ba? Bawal naman, hindi man open water yan. Kaya hindi pwedeng So, open water, walang problema. Tambay ka lang doon, pwede ka naman maihi.
Fish feeding.
Oo. Lalo yung alala pag medyo nagko-concentrate yung isang tao. So, ganun lang yun, no? And then, take simple carbs. So, usually syempre malabo na mag-gel sa pool. So, sa run leg ka talaga makakatake ng gel. Okay? Pero kasi sa mga ganitong kaising races, pwede naman, before the start of the run, pwede mong gamitin yon, okay? Pero, okay naman, magdala ka pa ng 3 o 4 na gel dyan kasi isang, 2K lang naman yata yan. Okay, so kasi nga, if you walk a kilometer, it's 10 to 12 minutes. Pag naglakad ka ng 1 kilometro, 10 to 12 minutes yun. Okay? Pag 2K, na 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So, 24. So, yun yung ganun katagal yung takbo. Pero syempre, kung tinakbo mo siya, nasa mga 4 to 9, 8 minutes. Okay? So, makakompute nyo na yan, yung oras nyo. How long will I be in the course? Okay, so kunyari, 2 minutes per 100, that's a swim. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, plus transition, mga 1 minute. O, mga 9. O, plus yung, lalakarin mo, the 20. O, so, still less than an hour. So, actually, with the workout that is less than an hour, kahit water nga lang, okay. Kung nagtitipid kayo. Kasi siyempre naman, pag masyado ka ng maraming kinain na pagkain, baka nang mas marami pa na-consume yung calories versus sa nasunod yung calories. So, kung hindi kayo nagpunta ka, ba't hindi kayo kumapaya? So, nangyayari yun. Okay, so, mas maganda yung may deficit na konti if you want weight loss. So, yan. So, ito pala yung nutrition ng asawa ko. Hindi pinasok pa siya. O yan. So, yan. For Aquathlon, for anyone who are curious about your nutrition, ako rin kasi yung wife ko nagpa-nutrition, and then ako kasi mahilig din mag-fasted training. And siya yung pumilit sa akin na huwag mag-fasted training. And okay naman pala. So dati kasi may mountaineering mindset ako na I have to suffer. So hindi ako kakain ng mag-ride ako ng 3 hours, hindi ako kakain or tubig lang or ano. Kakain na ako halfway or something. So, pero syempre, nataka ako, ba't yung oras ko, ganun lang. So, and then I started experimenting on eating, yung proper eating, proper timing my meals well. Ang galing. So, at my age, mas gumanda, pero na-maintain ko yung fitness ko since yung mga 3 months. Okay, next.
Okay, segue na tayo. If you notice, we gave away flyers from Vitargo. So they're gonna be an official nutrition partner for the race. So for today, you'll have the chance to try it. So merong ice cold Vitargo for the sake of Vitargo Mamshek to say something about Vitargo. Okay, say something.
Ricardo, ano we are a supplement, meaning hindi naman ito meal replacement. Again, there's no parang hindi mo siya pwedeng ipalit sa good nutrition. Okay, so you start with a very good nutrition, and we are here to supplement it. Kung meron pang kulang, let's say, especially for yung mga hardcore athletes, like kung nasa level ka na nila coach, diba? Nila coach, okay. So, there are times na yung nutrition needs, hindi mo ni-meet ng food. Let's say, in the case of swimming. Sa swimming, one person who really testified ng paggamit ng Ricardo is Michael Phelps. When he retired, kung nag-retire na siya sa Olympics in swimming, that's when he said na we only train with Ricardo. And protein, yes, you need that, but the energy that we need to train is coming from Ricardo. Ngayon, bakit? Michael Phelps, kailangan niya kasi ng 10,000 calories just to train morning and evening. Ngayon, kayo, okay, try nyo kumain ng 10,000 worth of calories. Siguro yung siya na hindi nakakayanin. That's like what? Mga ilang cups ng rice yun. That's where in supplements come in. Okay? That's just a brief ano. What is Ricardo? It's a carbohydrate drink. It's not based on sugar. So, even diabetics can take it. Hindi siya glucose, hindi siya magkakain sa katawan mo. Now, it's a carbohydrate, it's starch. If you see the product, sa likod niya, it's maximized. Nakalagay doon. It's coming from corn. So, it's not your ordinary cornstarch, but it's corn-based. And it's not malto, it's not glucose, it's not fructose. Okay? Kung meron man added, it's only to stabilize yung mixture. Now, how to take it? You can go to our website also to see how to mix, how to take it. Tama si Coach no, na when you take, we also have gels, pero ang main product namin is the gel. The gels, yes, you can take it 30 minutes. So with Ricardo, you also take it siguro small sips, 30 minutes before your swim or before your run. Ang maganda with Ricardo, it's fast absorbing. That's why we call it the fastest body fuel. In studies, talagang na-prove naman na it empties from your stomach, it goes to your system in 10 minutes. So once you take it now, kaya mo siyang itime. So you take it now, in 10 minutes it's in your system. Kaya less din ang bloating. Kasi pag uminom ka, alam mo 10 minutes wala na siya dyan. So yung slushing na feeling na sinasabi ni Coach, nalilesen yun. But if you combine it with something na may sugar, ang gagawin naman niya, yung cold na yung water, doon sa tiyan mo. Because sugar needs solvent. So if you take Ricardo, then you take gel or whatever gel that you take, huwag yung itong sasabay. So you take it siguro a good 15 minutes apart. We're not saying na, na dapat Ricardo or adults all the way. Ang one study also showed that sa init ng panahon sa atin, compared to other countries kung saan kahit tanghali sila magtakbo sa running, hindi sila yung katulad dito na talagang tumayo ka lang sa gitna ng kwarto, di ba? Talagang tagak ang pawis mo. Paano pa kung tumatakbo ka? So here sa Philippines, the more heat, the more humidity, it's advisable you go as isotonic or hypotonic as possible, meaning less diluted, less concentrated, pero more frequent to meet the sinasabi ni Coach na 30 to 50 grams per hour of carbohydrates. Okay? So mas diluted lang. Kasi mas kailangan mo yung hydration and for faster absorption. Yeah, I won't take much of your time, but the importance of carbohydrates, one, it's your brain fuel also. Your brain feeds on carbs, so less brain fog, less taranta. You can stay focused and sharp even under pressure. Really nakaka-pressure. Feeling mo, tatakbo ka lang, swim ka lang, it's not a walk in the park. Okay, so what you'll feel also is less next day fatigue kasi it also replenishes your glycogen stores or yung muscles nyo na ubong that day, pare-repair din agad. Okay? So, yan, if you need more information, you can try it later. Siguro ang advice ko, after their swim, that's when they take the Bitargo para ma-feel yung sarang. Kasi baka pag-uwi kayo ni coach sa career. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Baka sa mga nagtataka, diba currently ang bago ay siya, diba? Diba nasa 90 to 120 grams. So, again, these are based for mga elite athletes. Okay, so yung actually, umangat na yan, from 30 to 50 naging 60 to 90, ngayon 90 to 120. So, ako to be honest is yun yan, test experiment yung kung ano yung kaya nyo. Hindi lang dahil ginagawa test siya 2 minutes, ganitong grams per hour, doesn't mean na yun yung bagay sa gut. Okay, so, experiment lang. So yan, so common mistakes to avoid, sinabi ko kanina, starting too fast. Yan, skipping swim run, yung bahala na, sali na lang. Okay, so pag ganun. Skipping transition practice din yan. Kahit sa bahay lang, kahit sa kwarto lang. Yung walang nakapaka lang, and then susutin yung shoes. Yun lang, okay din. Or yung from there, tatanggalin yung goggles mo. Or, kasi yung iba tumatakbo lang ang goggles, naka-headphone yung cafe. So, ilang mga nangyayari, these are things na through practice. Okay, another thing pala na gusto ko, bilhin rin kayo ng race belt.
Yeah.
Race belt is also useful. Kasi pwede, kung madalas kayo mag-running, mag-race, race belt, madali. Kaya sa yung nagpipin-pin pa kayo, masugatan pa kayo sa mga pins. So usually, pag nakuha mo yung bib nyo, kapit nyo sa race belt, ayos na kayo. So yun, naka-set up na siya sa yung cap, eyewear, race belt, yung shoes nyo with speed laces, swak na kayo doon. Okay?
Yung Oscar race belt, we have an Oscar race belt.
Yun.
Karami lang.
Mga wala pang race belt.
Para hindi nyo masayang yung triceps nyo, sayang.
Marami na ako nasirang ganyan.
Lalagyan nyo ng pin, sayang yun.
Or yung nangangalawang yung
Nangangalawang.
pin. Natumihan yung puti ng singlet. So yeah, so there you have it. Thank you very much for listening. And mamaya, magpa-practical tayo.
Let's go to the pool na.
Yeah.
Yung wala pang band, sino ba yung walang band? Yeah. So, get their band, it's prepaid. Get their band in the...
Jun.
Yeah, so, ano ba yun? Lobby? Sino tawag ko? Lobby ba? Lobby, yeah, lobby. Just sign there. It's prepaid already. The rest, na meron ng band, let's go to the prepaid.
Wala ako sa
Pupunta na lang.
Oo, sige.
Sa katakas na doon. So, sakto to 9 o'clock na araw-araw mo. Ewan ka sa block ko.
What's up?
Hindi pa kami formally introduced. Check.
Sige.
Dami ng leche.
Nakso.
Parang di ba?